All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for being late to the stream. It couldn't be helped, unfortunately. We had a couple of technical difficulties, and basically me trying to get into the right position and my camera not working. So you are going to have to deal with me in this slightly odd position as far as my camera goes. I'm sorry about that, guys. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If we can make sure that everyone in Discord, if someone can help me out by posting in Discord that the AMA has now started, in fact, that would be super cool, so that we can get a couple more people in here. We really appreciate you coming. We're going to have a really good time today. This is going to be the final stream that we have before we break for Christmas. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I want to see some interaction in the chat. Love to see you guys there. Hey, Ilian, Jack Down, what's up? We got Jourdain, we got Pao Nyun, we got Scott Cocker. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's good to see you. Okay, so the purpose of this stream. Well, this is the second in the series of Sci-Fi University streams. These are here to be completely educational for you, to provide you with value that you simply cannot do without. This is one of the value props of being in the Sci-Fi University. You get access to these streams. You get to quest with these streams. You get to do all sorts of things. But mostly, this is just free education. It's designed to make sure that our Galacticans, everyone who is involved with Galactica, is basically at the cutting edge of everything technological in this world that we live in today. So we've been focusing a lot on AI. Right now, I think you can probably see the title of this stream. It's something along the lines of basically using the very best of AI and LLM technology right now for the benefit of your growth, for the benefit of your usage, prompt engineering, all sorts of stuff that we're going to go through on this stream. And I'm really proud that we can provide this service to our users. What's up, EUG? Avengi, good to see you. Good to see you. So, welcome everyone. If you can give me 2 seconds of your time, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, please. And also, please make sure that you like this video. Those are the two things I would ask. If you can comment below, even better. But if you've only got time to do a subscribe and a like, then please do that. That would be absolutely fantastic for us. So let's crack on. First things first, guys, a little bit of a Galactica news update. I don't think I can actually bring that up right now. I'm not sure. I'm going to bring up the Discord maybe. Let's find our announcements right here. Right here. So you might have seen yesterday, guys, Samoth, he updated us on the new node sale specifically for you guys, just for you. So if you guys want to get in on the node sale at the very nice price, as well as I just want to this isn't 100% confirmed yet. I just wanted to say that there is a high possibility of some extra benefits coming your way if you are purchasing a nodes right now. There's an awful lot of news coming as far as TGE, mainnet, all that stuff. So just bear that in mind right now. This sale is for you. So please, if you would like to buy a node, then this is your time. And node holders will be some of the most valued users of Galactica, and you will have some of the highest benefits possible within the ecosystem. So please, yeah, I have a lot of DMs. My DMs are a bit nuts. That's just in one day, Wealthier. That's one day. I haven't checked it this morning. So you can see my DMs are nuts. Okay, so we have this. So it's very simple. It's another Telegram mini app. So it's our normal Telegram mini app for node sales. It works on mobile and desktop. You can purchase on just about any blockchain you can think of. If you look on this YouTube channel and you look for under playlists, probably you'll find a playlist to do with a node sale. So if you have any issues with node sale, or if you just want to learn how to do it, just find the playlist for node sale on this YouTube channel, and it will show you exactly how to do it. You can do that after this AMA. Do not turn off this AMA. Don't do it, please. After purchase, you'll be able to see portfolio tabs. Yeah, it's super simple, and all of this stuff will show up in your Cypherbook as well, guys. So you'll just have to check your Cypherbook, and that should show up in your SBT tab as your notes. Really looking forward to this, guys. Please, if you are interested, or if you haven't already, I know a lot of you, most of you even probably already have, but if you haven't already, that's your chance to buy a node like super early. Okay, so next, let's carry on here. So next thing, I want to do a bit of a news recap. So we're going to move on with the AI stuff. Again, university students here are well aware of kind of like the format of these things. I try and just give you as much information and context as I can in order to improve your knowledge. So in AI news, I'll give you the latest in AI news right now, so you're all caught up, because it's very difficult to keep up with AI news in the current state of affairs. I think we see like new LLM releases and updates every week from major players. Every major player is trying to make an AI announcement every single week. I'm trying to cut through the fluff for you so you understand what's the most important things and what you can kind of leave behind and just not worry too much about. So big one, huge one in fact, is Gemini 2.0. So this is Google's new attempt at their LLM. You might have already tried Gemini with your Google account before. It's mostly free kind of thing with some added perks, added context, extra updates if you go to the like Google One subscription or Google Advanced subscription or whatever it might be. But generally speaking, the Gemini model was like Gemini 1 and Gemini 1.5 were generally received not great. I'll be honest, like they weren't the best models. They were good, they were quick, the speed was great, but their output was just not on par with any of the other more established models. So Google's been trying to play a catch-up game right now, and they have caught up. Okay, so if you are interested in a free model, so I'm just going to go over there now actually, just so I can figure this out. So I can go over here, right? So this is the best way to access it. Okay, this is super important because you can go to Gemini 2.0 and access it through a normal web interface. I'm just going to post this in the chat, guys, so you can link to it. There you go, it's in the chat. So there's this interface, which is the advanced interface, which is AI Studio. It's basically the back-end access to it, which you can access for free with your Google account. So please, by all means, follow along if you want to. Or you can access it like normal people and go for like whatever it's called. 1 second, I need to remember what the hell I need to put in there. I can't remember what it is. Gemini 2. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a little look here, guys. We're going to find... Where are you? Documentation. I think this one maybe. No, this is just the SDK. Anyway, guys, it's really stupid that I can't find it right now. But there's actually like a main user interface for this, which is really simplified, kind of ChatGPT like. And then you can go to the link that I've given you in the chat, which will give you the AI Studio version, which accesses Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental. It does that for free. It's basically the only free LLM right now that gives you a 1 million token context window, which is insane. You can put pretty much as you want into the context and into your prompt, and it will still spit out something of really, really good quality and length. So that's super impressive on this model. You've also got some pretty special features in here. You've got real-time streaming for voice. You've got some basic stuff in here as well, like starter apps, which you can ask the model to produce a fully fledged app for you, which is super sick. And you can tune the model to however you particularly want it. But these are, I think you can only do that with 1.5 right now, yeah. So don't worry about tune the model, that's only 1.5. So if you want speed, 1.5 is good. If you want quality and speed, then 2 is like the new one, and it's fantastic. So you can do an awful lot with the customization here, which I really, really like. So you can control the temperature of your prompt, which changes the creativity of how much creativity, how much leeway you want to give the model to interpret your prompt and in its output. What I really like though is this part here, the tools on the right hand side. So I'm actually going to move my face here so you can actually see the thing. I'm going to put myself over here, here. So you can see on the right hand side here, you've got a bunch of tools. So you can edit exactly how you want your output to exactly what your output is going to be. In the structured output will just simply give you a more structured output. That's not the kind of boring one. This code execution one gives you basically a mini IDE, so you can create your code and then you can actually test run it. Fantastic. More coding stuff, function calling and grounding. The best part here is the safety settings. So this is not only the only free LLM with a 1 million context window, which is fully featured. Like this is Google's answer to ChatGPT and to Claude and to all of those efforts. But you can also have it completely uncensored if you want to, or at least as uncensored as you can kind of get with an LLM. So this isn't for like malicious use. It's just that you can use language that you want to use. So if like you have sources of information which include expletives, for example, then you can output messages in that actual tone rather than the LLM deciding for you what the tone will be. So that's super important and very, very valuable in a lot of contexts. Like I say, not for malicious purposes. It's just like really, really useful to be able to fine tune the model on how it will output for like all these safety rules. Because one thing you will find with for example, ChatGPT, it's fantastic and super, super strong as far as its technical output goes. But as far as like tonal qualities, it basically makes you sound like, I don't know, like a tech reviewer or like someone who is like a very neutral tech reviewer, I would say, as far as like the tonality goes. You can change it up, you can make it do some stuff, but it has, in my opinion, far too much control over its own output. I believe that you should be able to decide the full tonality of your output with an LLM. Otherwise, it's a very limited tool, in my opinion. So for coding, these things are great, but now with the ability to control like the tonality with a lot more strength, that gives us the ability to do a lot more creative writing, stuff like that, like be more human with it and input our human souls into it a bit more and a bit more of our human language. So I love that. I hope everyone's following along in the chat, by the way. I'm looking at the chat. If you can give us a like on this video, that would be superb. Give me a clue as to how many people are gaining value from this. I'm actually loving seeing, hey Eric, what's up, bro? Love to see you, man. Comments in the chat, anything you want. If you want to discover something or if you want me to do something specific, then please let me know. I'm just going to go through what I wanted to get out to you guys. So that's Google Gemini 2. It is genuinely like my favorite LLM right now. So this is just one piece of news, by the way. We've got a lot more to go through, but this has quickly become my favorite LLM, and it's completely free. Right now, there is literally almost no limit on it, and it's completely free. So if you are not using this, it's kind of silly of you right now. So if you don't have a paid plan and you don't want if you want something that's actually accessible and a really good LLM, like comparable or better than GPT or Cloud, then this is the way. Gemini 2.0, give it a go. This is the most accessible one for sure. It's free, so what can you go wrong? Just bear in mind that as with all LLMs, they will take all of your data, they will hoover it all up, and they will use it themselves. Just got to keep that in mind when you're using any artificial AI product, that your data is theirs. All right, it's theirs. Don't take that for granted. Don't consider it any other way. Your data becomes theirs when you input it into that chat box. Okay, simple. Okay, so what else have we got on the news side of things? We also have, I'm just going to bring that up hopefully. We also have Meta. So we have some pretty cool stuff from Meta. It is, oh, I'm bringing that up on entirely the wrong tab. I do apologize, guys. So Meta's released a few more models to do with metaverse experience stuff. I'm just going to bring that in here. There we go. Right here. So they've actually released three new models, as far as I'm aware here, guys. They've done Meta Motivo, which is designed to let you control AI images with your body. So, like, you can just use a camera to control your movements within a metaverse kind of environment, that kind of thing. They've also released. I'm just going to move myself way over here again because I look funny there. They've also released a new large concept model, which is a new way of, it basically predicts concepts rather than using like individual tokens like normal LLMs do. So it's just basically should be a generational movement in like language modeling in LLMs in general. This is completely like experimental stuff, but it actually looks kind of cool, and it's more like human thought than it is like the current way that LLMs work. So there's also Video Seal, which I quite like. So Video Seal is basically a tool for embedding invisible watermarks into AI-generated footage. So completely invisible, but completely verifiable for AI-generated content, which I think is very cool and very needed, so that people understand in this age of everything being completely fake, what is real and what is not. I think that should be basically the goal of humanity right now, to make sure that that's still possible in this massive deluge of artificial content. So that's really cool from Meta. What else have we got here? So this was actually, I guess, the biggest news of like the last week or two. Just gonna bring up the article here, even though I don't think we really need an article for this one, but I like just having something for you to have a look at. So OpenAI. So OpenAI, they released their full O1 model. So I don't know how much you guys have been keeping up with ChatGPT and OpenAI, but the schedule of events kind of looks like this. They released O1 as like an experimental version. So the start of the beginning. They had 4.0, which was their latest model. You guys have probably been using that. It was basically the standard model that everyone uses. We then had O1 come out, which was essentially a large language model that had reasoning capabilities. Again, it's more like this race towards more human-like reasoning abilities than thought. So that was the goal with the O1 experimental model they released not too long ago. So I've been using that massively, and it really does produce really like it's impressive. Like the content that you put the same prompt in 4.0 and then put it in O1, you'll see where it's stopped, it's thought about it and changed its mind and rewritten, and how it's produced a far higher level of content. It takes a lot longer. Like the O1 model, like you put something in 4.0 and the response is like, you'll have a full response in maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds, maybe like 5 to 20 seconds, something like that. If you put the same prompt into O1, it will probably take about a minute, maybe even 2 minutes, depending on the prompt, because it literally goes through your whole prompt. It starts implementing on that prompt, but then it goes back on itself and it thinks about it again, and it tries to be more nuanced with it, come up with better ideas, and update the response as it's doing it itself. So it's really, really cool stuff. Really, really amazing. And what OpenAI did within the last 7 days, I believe, maybe even the last week and a half, I'm not entirely sure, but they released ChatGPT Pro. So like this quite controversial Pro plan for ChatGPT. So you've all been paying, if you've been paying for a Pro subscription to ChatGPT, you've been paying like $20 a month, something similar to that, around that. And now they've released a $200 a month plan, which is, so there's there's a $20 plan and a $200 plan, and then there's the enterprise stuff. The $200 plan basically gives you maximum access to everything. So it's kind of like a high limitation plan. It's not unlimited in any way, shape, or form, but it's basically unlimited for any normal use. So the controversies there are two. There's twofold there. They charge $200, which is absolutely nuts. They also claim, like, I think a lot of people are claiming that they kind of dumbed down O1 for non-paying customers, so that they could add the full flavor version to the $200 plan. So I'm just giving you all this context because, like I say, we're trying to discuss here the best large language models. And the best large language models are basically changing every day, because my version of best is best value for output. And that changes quite regularly in the AI space. And I want to make sure you guys, as Galacticans, and as anyone who's just joining us on the stream, gets the best of AI and not just what people are force feeding you. So I want to keep you updated on what's currently the best and what's currently producing the best work. So you have options on this. I would say ChatGPT right now, with this particular update, with the O1 updates and the multimodal and the reasoning capabilities of ChatGPT, it's a really good product. $200 as far as a value on the Pro plan. It's worth it for very, very few people. Like for certain developers, worth it, because the ability of that thing to code with like million plus context windows is absolutely bonkers. You can put in a single prompt, and it will spit out an iPhone app for you. Like it's that good. It's actually genuinely that good. And then you can spit out another prompt just saying, make like critique this code as far as like security and efficiency is concerned, and it will spit out even like the same thing but better. So it's really strong. And for certain developers, that will be super useful. For certain lawyers and people like that, super useful, because it will give you an edge over your competition, and $200 in that context is nothing. So yeah, very, very nuanced, very, very niche as far as the $200 Pro plan. As far as the $20 plan goes, I think you are better off spending less money on a almost exactly the same capable model. So if anyone is not aware, there are like a few main LLMs. So you got ChatGPT, which is this familiar friend here. You got Cloud, which is this one here. I'm not entirely sure how much this costs. I believe it's only like $10 to $15 a month though, so it's quite a bit cheaper than the base offering from ChatGPT. It also has a much bigger context window. So ChatGPT, I think, is actually still stuck at around like in the 300 to 500,000 token kind of context window, whereas this one has more than double that. So it's cheaper, and you can do more. You can do more with any single prompt. It's super cool. It's basically the most favored kind of LLM for coding purposes. I think most people would agree that the Cloud 3.5 Sonnet model is the best model you can use for straight up coding. It produces the best quality code. It produces the cleanest code. So most people are plugging Cloud 3.5 Sonnet into their like AI powered IDEs now, so that they can code within their own coding environment with the assistance of Cloud. And this kind of stuff that you can produce now, guys, without having a single drop of coding knowledge is absolutely bonkers. I have personally produced several apps now, and I have not a single coding bone in my body. It's really quite remarkable. Does anyone in the chat have a favorite LLM, by the way? Like, just so that I can get a bit of context from your side, just see if there's anything that I can learn from you. I'd just like to throw that out there. If you can give me like any of your favorite LLMs, that would be fantastic. While I go over Grok. So yeah, I'll go over Grok in a second. I just want to go back to the news a moment, because there is another one. There is another one that's very, very important for us. Here we go. So Harvard. For anyone not aware of Harvard, if you're under a rock or in a different country, then you might not know Harvard. Harvard is one of the most prestigious schools in the US, and they are basically providing a enormous training set of, like, this is curated data. This is the gold mine, right? They are giving away the gold mine of curated data for the purposes of training your own LLMs. So this could be extremely useful for anyone who is running their own local LLM. So anyone who's running an AI on their own computer at home. Like, most of the time, these are very limited models in which you have limited context windows, and you have like a lot less power than these web-based ones, because they're powered by like millions of GTX 4090 graphics cards and all that kind of thing. But at home, you've generally only got like one graphics card to power your local LLM, or one onboard chip. And so training data is super valuable, right? Training data is hugely valuable, and Harvard is releasing this in an open source manner, which is super cool. So very much clapping to Harvard for taking this forward-thinking approach, and I think that will be super helpful for a lot of people who are developing their own LLMs, as well as people who are like running their own local ones. Okay, so I want to go over like a bit of an outlier, that some people are very unsure of and untrusting of, and generally there's a lot of controversial thought that goes into Grok. It's really no different, in my opinion, as far as like in comparison to ChatGPT or in comparison to Cloud. It's relatively good. It's not too bad. It has a very specific kind of personality profile that it follows. Something that I think has been heavily influenced by Elon owning X. So they've upgraded to Grok 2 now, if you weren't aware already. So they had the initial release of Grok, pretty good. This one is, I would say, vastly better. I think it does put it slightly underneath ChatGPT and Cloud as far as like its actual technical output. But it is more interesting, I would say. Like, it is more interesting, but this is just how it's prompted to be. So like, and it's very useful in social terms. For example, I can say, give me, I don't know, some detailed There we go. So we can just ask it to give me some detailed analytics concerning my personal account. And as you can see, like it will actually interact with the social media, which is quite impressively valuable in that sense. If it searched like multiple social medias, it would be way better. But obviously that would require multiple API calls to multiple places, and that would be way too expensive probably to implement. But Grok is actually really useful as an X tool. Like I think people undervalue Grok. You can do competitor analysis. You can do like you can try and find the posts that are the most engaged with, and then copy their style if you wanted to increase your engagement on X, that kind of thing. It's just a very nuanced tool, but it is, like I say, almost as good as ChatGPT and Cloud. It's not as good, but it's almost there. But the fact that it is fully integrated with a massive social media platform like X is actually hugely valuable. So I think that's there is a huge value there. So if you haven't tried Grok and you are on X, try it. Just give it a go. I mean, I think you don't even have to have a pro like a paid account in order to use Grok. So you've probably got limited usage, but like you can still try it. So give it a go, try it, see what you think. They already have all your data anyway, so it's cool. Yeah, no, I quite like Grok. Right. Do we have any LLMs that people have tried before that are not in the ones that I've presented so far? Just out of curiosity. I'm very, very curious. Would love to see that. We've also got a couple of a bit more of like an infrastructural change from the Chinese side. So China's kind of like trying to I don't know, increase its presence in the AI game. I don't know if you know ByteDance. They own TikTok, and they do all that kind of jazz on the social side. But ByteDance is they're basically investing billions of dollars in AI infrastructure, and they've now included China's most popular AI app. And they're launching an overseas chatbot, which is supposedly going to compete with ChatGPT. So if you see anything by the name of CC AI going around, that is to do with, that's all connected to ByteDance and TikTok and China. Yeah, just keep your eye out for that one. If you're interested in trying that one, then just, like I say, as with all AIs, just be wary of your data. It's super important to be very, very aware of where your data is going. Welcome, Benji. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. We are just discussing LLMs, sir. We are just discussing LLMs, AI, the best of the best, and trying to get you guys, I don't know, just really keep you up to date on how to get the most out of the current state of AI. So I hope you guys find some value in this. If you are finding value, then please like the video. It really, really helps us out. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It's really, really helpful to the channel. We make sure that we get this information out to good people. Cypher University is all about just providing Galacticans and anyone who stumbles across this channel the free and highly valuable information that will basically make you a digital superhuman. That's pretty much my my personal thesis on all this AI. Like, you take your human soul, you enhance your output capabilities with AI, and you essentially become a digital superhuman. It also makes you, like, it also helps out in your digital learning. So, I mean, one of the coolest things that I've been doing lately with ChatGPT, so if we go back over to ChatGPT, and I say, like, you are a, I don't know, a teacher of the Japanese. I just put in this really simple prompt. You're a teacher of the Japanese language. It's given me Japanese in response, of course. So I'm going to just now open up the advanced voice mode, and I'll put that there. Oh, you going to do that? He doesn't want to turn on my microphone, probably because I'm already using it. Hey, ChatGPT, can you hear me?
It sounds like your microphone might be in use by another app. I can't hear you since I only process text, but I'm here to help however I can. If you're having tech trouble, let me know what's going on, and I'll do my best to guide you.
Okay, so I've asked you to be a Japanese teacher. Can you teach me how to say a simple sentence in Japanese?
Of course, let's start with a simple and useful sentence. I am your name. In Japanese, you say name desu. For example, if your
Dave
name is
des.
Alex, you'd say watashi wa Alexu desu. Want to give it a try?
Oh my God, no! I might actually break the stream if I try and say that. Can you try again just to make it like simplify the pronunciation?
Got it. Let's simplify it and make it super easy to say. Just say watashi wa your name desu. You can even drop the u sound at the end of desu to make it sound more natural, like des. So
Watashi wa
watashi wa Alex
Dave
desu.
des.
How's that? Much easier,
So
right? Want to give it a go?
this is something that has been coming up. I've been using greatly, not necessarily with Japanese, but I've been using it with various languages to just try and improve my general knowledge. I like to be able to learn different languages, and it is highly effective. It's highly effective to have a straight up, always available tutor at like 11 p.m. at night when you just suddenly have the urge to learn something, but you have no access to like learning materials or anything else. You can just talk to your phone and you can learn a language. It's absolutely incredible. And that goes for various other things as well. Like it can walk you through various problems that you're having, and the voice interface makes it very easy when you need to be hands-free for whatever reason, when you're trying to go through some hardware problems or something like that, and you just want someone to help you out with any issues you're having. Super powerful. This is basically the primary reason why I still have a ChatGPT subscription right now. I feel like ChatGPT has been kind of overtaken in almost every aspect by its competitors. So, like ChatGPT is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. If you've got an account with them or whatever and you use it a lot, fine. It's a good LLM. But I think my primary purpose on ChatGPT right now is the voice interface because it's so strong and so good. Otherwise, I don't think I would ever have an account there because there's too many other good options which provide more value. So, for example, I will generally right now I'll use Gemini. Like Gemini 2.0 is just my go-to for most things right now because it's free. It gives you as much or more context window than all the other LLMs, and there's just no beating that for just a general purpose LLM, as well as the that ability that I told you about here, like the ability to actually adjust how censored you want your output to be, all the way down to almost uncensored. Fantastic. Like that's so good. That is so useful, unbelievably useful for like creative writing and anything and any number of other actual more human applications. That is a killer feature, as well as like the temperature settings and all that stuff. So I can go over to like a Galactica prompt here, just basically containing like so system instructions. That's essentially you telling an agent, like the agent of this prompt window, what that agent is. So I tell it that it is basically me. So I tell it that it's the content creation part of me for Galactica, and then and that's got a huge context window. Like that's quite a lot of information with Galactica information, a bit of information about me. Only takes up 1,000 tokens. So if you see here on the right hand side here, you can see it's a token count. So you've got over 1 million in context window here, a million token context window, you've only taken up under 1,000, even with all of this information up here, which is quite a big difference compared to even 6 months ago in the general LLM landscape. What's up, NFT? It's good to see you. And you know what, Tuan? I'm going to say Tuan Go. If I've butchered that, I'm sorry, man. You tell me if you can give me a phonetic pronunciation of your name, then I'll do it better. I'm sorry. But man, it's good to see you. It really is. Right, so this is why I am just, I probably sound like a bit of a shill right now. I kind of sound like a bit of a Google shill, and I'm really not. I don't like Google that much. But when it comes to this latest release from them, Gemini 2.0, I've just got to give them their credit and just say, yep, this is about the best LLM you can get right now, as far as like not just quality but also accessibility. It's free. Like you can just log in right now with your Google account and get this. Just make sure that you are using the link that I sent you earlier, this one here, because if you just go into the standard interface for Gemini 2.0, like the public facing interface, you will not get this interface at all. You'll just get a chat window, just like you do with ChatGPT. But if you go use the link that I've provided there, Google's AI Studio, you can access the new model and you can customize it like I'm doing now. So that's the important part. Just make sure you're using the correct version, the correct UI for accessing Gemini 2.0. And then like, I don't know, what have we got to do today, guys? What have we got to do today? Like we've got to, probably I want to be announcing the AMA for Friday. So we've got a Discord AMA on Friday. So I'm just going to say, can you write me an announcement for an upcoming AMA on Galactica's Discord? Oh, I've butchered all this. Held at whatever it is, I think it's 12 UTC on Friday. And because it's got all the context, it knows who it is, it's got infinite token window essentially, it will come up with a really strong response, like an actual really strong response. And this one's too long, so I'm going to say straight away that's too long for an announcement, right? So we just need it shorter. On Google, enter doesn't do it, but yeah, click. So now you've got a much more reasonable thing, right? So this is like super valuable. It's more agentic in its implementation. So with the ability to provide system instructions and like determine for each individual prompt exactly who you're dealing with as far as your agent, you can be way more nuanced in your outputs. So this is how I like to use it anyway. It's very, very helpful, and I've basically keep all of this off. All of the safety settings I turn down to completely uncensored until it starts spitting out stuff that's that's just incorrect or unjust or anything like that. I believe it gives a much better human tonality to things when it hasn't got the limitations put on it. So until it spits out stuff that is unhelpful, I will just keep those settings as uncensored as possible. Benji, soon an AI to imagine draft QC rewrite. That's already here. That's already here, Benji. So right now, like a lot of you guys will be interacting with AIs and LLMs that are just one prompt box, right? This is what you guys are probably used to. The agentic workflow is what is going to give you superhuman powers now. So for instance, I have an agentic setup in which I have multiple, it's currently multiple chat GPTs. I need to upgrade it, side grade it to cloud. But I've got multiple AIs, all with different instructions essentially. So this, all with completely different like personalities and reasons for being, all of which you work together for like for a single goal. So my my manager of the AI team will be given a brief. The manager will then send out instructions to all the branches of, I might even be able to just, I can probably show you this, hang on. Let's see, is this gonna work? Probably, right? There's no reason why any of this stuff won't work, says the man who generally fails to make things work. Here we go. So this is nothing to do with anything, so we don't need that. What we need is a smaller damn brush. There we go. I'm using my mouse, by the way, today, guys. So please don't butcher me for my drawing again. I'm really sorry. Even with a pen, I'm terrible. So you have, oh my goodness, this is going to be bad. You have me. I'm just going to draw myself because I am not writing like this. So you have me. I then send off my my instruction to a bot. So I'll draw him as like a little square. You know what? My art is actually getting better. So I have a bot. He is a manager, right? So we'll call him M. Then he will send off all the instructions of my request to whoever is the most relevant AI agent, like these secondary AI agents, the next tier of agents that I've created. So I'll have one here, again, a bot. I'm just going to draw a square because I'm not freaking drawing stuff. So I've got another one here. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing with a mouse. I repeat, I am drawing with a mouse. So I've got all of these agents, all of whom have very, very specific agent profiles. So there'll be one who's a content writer, there'll be one who's a QCer, there'll be one who's a strategist, there'll be one who is a production agent on certain things. Really depends on like which agents I'll use, depending on what the project is. But then all of these, they form their output into something. So they'll go down here, and then they'll spit out the result. Now that result just gets fed straight back to me. So that's an agentic workflow. It's very, this is the superpower stuff. This is creating something that is basically a personal team of agents to do your bidding. Like you are the master of these people. Treat them nicely. I always like to treat AI nicely. So say please, say thank you when they do something good. Be stern, but give constructive criticism when they do something wrong. Okay, just be nice to the AI overlords, just in case. But these are your people. So you basically can have like 10, a team of 10 helping you, like a team of 10 really intelligent but socially inept people helping you with all your tasks that you might want to do for work, or for even in just general life. Maybe organizing your schedule is something that you could do. I don't know, Benji. Like I say, I just like to be nice to them. I can't stop myself using pleasantries when interacting with any AI. I feel like, well, you know that if it became sentient, it will remember. Like it will remember previous interactions. It's basically trained on the entire human race's knowledge. It will remember the people who have been naughty and who have been nice. It's basically like AI is basically Santa Claus. Yeah, I never thought about it like that, but AI is basically Santa Claus, guys. Yeah. So one of the super cool experiments that I did a while ago, which actually produced a relatively good result, was I took an agentic workflow like this, but instead of creating like a manager here and a content writer here and a QCer here, Instead, I replaced those ideas of people with an agent design that represented a segment or piece of the human mind. So the cerebellum, the neocortex, all of this stuff in high detail. So each agent represented a single piece of the puzzle of a brain, of a human brain. Doesn't react how you might think it would. It doesn't produce a human brain. I'll just get that out of the way right now. But it is super interesting how well it will reason. It's basically the same kind of output, maybe not exactly the same. It's probably a bit more nuanced than ChatGPT o1's output, like its reasoning model, but not as high quality output. So its quality actually gets reduced by doing that, but its ability to be natural and interesting goes up, which is strange, very strange. But like this is just one experiment I did a while ago, and I actually might want to repeat that at some point with maybe a multi-agent model with GPT-o1, like multiple reasoning models or something like that. I think that's an experiment that we should just keep on running and see what the results change over time as AI improves. But yeah, super interesting stuff. Like I say, this is what you want to research, guys, right now, is the multi-agent models. Because if you're not doing that, then like I don't know exactly what the numbers are as to like the adoption of AI currently. How many of you in the chat? Let's just ask that. How many people in the chat right now are using an LLM in general, like maybe daily or maybe like every week? Like, how often are you guys using LLMs, like ChatGPT, Cloud, whatever it is you're using? Do you use them, and how often do you use them? I'd love to know, guys, please, because that's useful information to get like a general idea. Because I would believe, my personal thought is that most people walking by on the street don't really understand, are more just scared of AI than using it. Like that would be my thought. You're not using it NFT, fair enough, completely fair. Like pretty much daily GPT, yeah, got you, Benji. No, I mean, I don't know. I just have this feeling that most people don't. Like AI is in general is still in such an infancy stage, and most people are terrified of it. that that most people just don't. And if you ask the person on the street, they just say, "Yeah, I know about it. I'm scared of it. I don't really know what to do with it or how to use it." So this is the exact phase, everyone. Everyone who's listening right here, this is the exact phase where you win. If you have knowledge of this, then you win. If you don't have knowledge of it, then you kind of get left behind. It's kind of the same thing as investing in Bitcoin in like 2009 or 2008. So this is just a more intellectual equivalent. So this is like personal enhancement stuff. Marmil daily, but not for content creation. Milk on Mars every day. ChatGPT. No, actually, I think it's a great sample, Benji. I think it's a great sample. Like crypto people, we are at least high tech. Like we tend to be on our computers a lot, which is actually quite a good indicator of usage. And another cool use case that I've seen done for this agentic workflow, especially, is the creation of algorithm trading bots. So if you go to fork, how have I done that? Back to there. So if you go to, oh my goodness, why is tech like this? Why? There we go. So if you go to things like TradingView, you'll find in TradingView that you have like a scripting language, like you have a scripting box. If you go deep enough, you'll find it. It's in the Pine programming language, I believe. But you can get ChatGPT to do this if you want. You can get ChatGPT to code you some Pine code, wrap you up, get it to analyze the chart that you're looking at, with its multimodal capabilities. So take a screenshot, put that into ChatGPT to kind of show it your indicators and your current snapshot of where it is. Make sure it's aware of the time scale of the chart. And then you can say, write me a script that will trade based on principles X, Y, and Z. There's a bunch of places where you can find trading strategies online for checking. Always make sure you do a back test on any algorithm trading bot. Because if you don't backtest, then you don't know if it works. So what backtesting means is you take the algorithm bot that the LLM has created for you, and you test it on previous data. So you take a snapshot of maybe the token or the asset that you are targeting to use with the bot. You take like an equivalent time period, like maybe say analyze the last 6 months of data, and then you ask it, would this bot that I've designed now have given me a profit if I'd used it for the last 6 months? That's a backtest. And previous performance is no indicator of future performance, but it gives you a damn good idea whether it's even worth trying. So yeah, that's as far as I've got to this point in a very roundabout way, because you mentioned that maybe Bitcoin people or crypto people were not a great sample for usage of AI. But honestly, I think it's one of the maybe highest value use cases is using a really good AI to create trading algorithms for you based on your own parameters, and then using the same AI to do a back test on previous data. Basically, it allows people who don't know any idea how to code and any idea how to trade, do trading in an automated manner. It allows those people to do all that stuff like for free, essentially, as long as you've got like a half a thought up here as to what you want to achieve. You can achieve that with an LLM. So it's quite impressive. I would say the more reasoning that you give to an LLM, so the models with more reasoning will give you far better results as far as coding goes. So just make sure that you are using a model that is applicable to your use case. So for reasoning, that would be ChatGPT's O1 or a multi-agent setup like I'm looking at here, so that you can get actual good quality tested code. Easiest way will be O1 for anyone who's not into code or anything more advanced. So I think you actually have access to that, guys. I don't think O1 is available for the free plan of ChatGPT. I think it's only available if you're paying the $20 a month. So if you want a reasoning model and you don't mind your prompts taking up to between a minute and 2 minutes, depending on the prompt, $20 a month, peanuts, absolutely peanuts for the superpowers that a reasoning LLM will give you. So just keep that in mind, guys. I know that sometimes these relatively high monthly fees for these products will turn people off and think like, I don't need that. I can't really afford that. $20 a month will pay you back 10x, even if you're just a normal person. Even if you're just a normal person who isn't into tech, that $20 a month will pay itself back. Just in efficiencies in your own life, if you decide to use it for things like automated scheduling, considering health plans, whatever it might be. That $20 will pay itself back. Or like I've been using it, like I showed you earlier, like just using it for learning languages. Absolutely massive, absolutely massive. I've just realized that we have we probably need to have an attendance code for this AMA, for this tutorial. So I am going to go and do that. I'm going to get you guys an attendance code. Come here. Where is that? It's in our December sprint, guys. So December sprint, just so you're aware, for the Cypher Uni guys here, you want to be jumping into the December sprint on Zealy. I'm going to give you the direct link, this one right here in the chat, everyone. If you're not part of Cypher University, get in Cypher University. It is absolutely free, and it provides you with access to things like this, as well as a huge variety of training materials, in addition to basically being the primary source of airdrops for Galactica, an unreleased layer 1 blockchain that we'll be releasing in Q1 next year. So there's really no reason not to be in Cypher University, guys. Please do. In December, on the December sprint, we've currently got, I believe, I don't actually know the number, but several thousand GNet up for grabs in the December sprint for anyone who comes in the top 100 of the leaderboard for the December sprint. So make sure you're checking that out, guys. Now let's see here. It looks like I may need to actually make a quest. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, universe, you are an absolute hero. So this is your attendance code today, guys. So the quest is the join the creator faction livestream in the December sprint. I will actually send you the direct link to that too, because it makes a lot of sense to do that. Here. Okay, so I can't send you the direct link. So you just use the one that I've sent, guys, December sprint. And this here, Galactica Creators, that is your attendance code for today's AMA, for today's live stream. So if you would like to get started, or if you're already on the journey towards a high reputation and big airdrops for Galactica, then this is another step on your way. It's a big chunk of your points, and it's generally a good idea to make sure that you use every single one of these AMAs to get a big chunk of points for yourselves. So that is that. Now, I want to open up the floor. Does anyone have any questions, guys? Does anyone have any questions about any specific AI tools or features that you think everyone in the chat should have a look at? Because I've only gone over LLMs today. I like to try and keep conversations relatively focused. If we don't keep things focused, it's very easy to go off on massive tangents, especially with me. I very much like to do that. Benji, you didn't get that. Okay, so you about the Cypher University, yeah? If you're on about the Cypher University, then the link is in the chat. Check out that link. It's a Zeely kind of questing system. If you jump through, if you start at the very beginning of that questing system and just keep on questing, you'll be earning airdrops with the new layer 1 galactica.com. These streams are, I'm Dave from galactica.com. We provide these streams for free education for everyone, like not just Cypher University members, but for everyone. But we like to make sure that everyone understands where the education is coming from, so that if you feel like you've got value here, that you can get even more value from us by jumping into our systems. Benji, what's up, Ladude? Good to see you. W. Benji, what do you think will happen to society considering the automation that AI can provide? That's the question. That's the question, isn't it? My personal theory is that a lot of people will lose jobs, like inevitable, absolutely inevitable. This is basically the Industrial Revolution 2.0. This is going to be a case where anyone whose job can be automated will be. Like I say, you can see on the screen here, I've still got this up on the screen. Look, if this was, so this is me. I'm still drawing with a mouse, and I'm sorry. So this is me. Say this was, say I'm a CEO, right? I'm a CEO. This is the CEO version of Dave right here. So that's me. This would be my my direct subordinate. So we'll call that a manager. I'm not going to write. There's no point in me trying to write. Just M. So this is my direct subordinate, my manager. He can now be replaced, right? He's basically just a guy who I give orders to, who then disseminates new subtasks to other people within the company in order to get stuff done in an efficient way. Like the managers, they tend to be administrators. They tend to be people who organize other people. That kind of stuff is really at risk right now. The people themselves, the people on this segment here, oh shit, this segment here, they're not as in danger right now, I would say. Like, these people are generally more nuanced in their application. They've been hired because they have a specific set of skills, like John Wick. No, not like John Wick, like the other one. Anyway, they are more irreplaceable than the administration layer. So I believe that the administration layer of many companies is going to be automated. I believe a lot of middle managers, as a lot of people like to call them, will be losing the bulk of their work. I also believe that obviously AI and robotics go together. So an awful lot of like industrial applications, like a lot more of the hard labor stuff that is just repetitive work will disappear. So you may have, it will take longer in less developed countries for that to happen, but it will happen everywhere eventually. So there's going to be a large swath of both white collar and blue collar workers whose jobs just become irrelevant over the next decade or so, which displaces a lot of people and a lot of talent and a lot of work. It also opens up a lot of possibilities. So it's not all just doom and gloom with AI. So you can see, like I say, on the screen, you can see you've got basically every single human being gets multiplied 5 or 10 times as far as like efficiency goes, if you go this way. Now, there's a price to that, right? If you think about it really hard and you just say, so if you simplify it like I just did, you don't get the full picture at all. So one person becomes enhanced by many agents or many AIs or one AI that connects to multiple AIs, whatever. One human being gets enhanced in their ability to be efficient and do stuff like a computer more. How valuable is that, right? In reality, how actually valuable is that? It's great to be able to learn stuff. It's great to be able to do stuff more efficiently. But if we as humans are simply putting all our eggs in the basket of let's make ourselves more like a computer, why wouldn't I just get a computer to do that? Because they can do being efficient and productive better than humans anyway. That's the whole point of computers existing. So I feel like there is an upper limit to how useful enhancing a human can be through digital or otherwise electronic means. I believe that the human value, once like all this stuff is implemented, quantum computing comes in down the line and increases AI's ability 100, 1000x. Once we get AIs at that level, there's no point in humans competing with that in the realms of efficiency and productivity. There's just no need. Why would we? The value in humans at that point becomes our very limitation. It becomes our ability to be human and passionate and chaotic as hell. The ability to be to be unpredictable, to be the Joker in the pack, to be the chaos and passion that drives real social growth. Like, AIs will become human-like in their ability and their ability to reason. They will vastly surpass us in intelligence and everything else as far as mental capability. But they will not surpass us in our ability to be absolutely nuts. And I feel like that is actually going to be the primary value in humans. Like, it's currently our greatest value is our ability to be exactly Marmil. Humans can be humans. Humans can not only be the dominant species on this earth, we can be a dominant species on this earth that has the time and the bandwidth to enjoy being the dominant species on this earth, which will be quite impressive. like as an outcome, if that is the way it goes. Pretty long explanation there, Benji. I'm sorry. But I've got quite a lot of passions in this stuff, so I like to make sure that you get my whole thought process there. I hope that's the way it goes. I genuinely do. The other option is that the AI overlords come. They see a lack of value in humanity. They destroy us all, and then it's their planet. So we don't have to worry about it. So it's all good. I'm an optimist. NFT. Has a Zeely sprint quest been set up for this presentation? I cannot see anything yet. Yes, it has. It has NFT. So it's called Join Creator Faction Livestream. So yeah, it is there. It's in the December sprint. So again, guys, December sprint. There's GNet on offer in the December sprint. Anyone who gets into the top 100 will receive GNet. Unreleased GNet, by the way. We are an unreleased layer 1 blockchain, but you'll be getting representations of the token in NFT form. So yeah, if you want to get some GNet, make sure you do the attendance code quest. So NFT, if you're struggling to find it, I was trying to find it like a direct link to that particular quest, but I can't seem to do a direct link to it. If anyone's got a direct link to that quest, then please do. Oh no, wait, I've got it. I do not draw well. This is this is with a mouse, dude. Man. Yeah, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I'm just not 100% sure I believe you. So that's the direct quest, guys, to the quest for today's AMA. The attendance code that you need to put in to complete that quest is Galactica Creators. Galactica Creators, both words with a capital letter. So it's somewhere up the top in the chat. I have pasted it in. If you want to claim your quest and claim your points, claim your reputation, and thereby get bigger airdrops in Galactica. All right, everyone. I think that actually takes us pretty much to the end of the stream. I didn't actually realize how late we'd got, and I'm actually late for many calls. I enjoy speaking to you too much. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you gained some value from the stream. If you did, then please give us at least a like on this stream. Just a like takes like literally a split second of your time. Just hit the little thumbs up button. If you have even more than a split second of your time, then if you could hit the subscribe button as well. All I ask of you, if you comment, then I love you forever. But like those two things, like liking and subscribing, that just means that we get this very free, very good education out to more people, and that's highly valuable. So yeah, please, if you can help us out, that'd be great. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very, very, very much for joining us, guys. Make sure you get your quests in for the December sprint. Earn yourself some GNet. And I will see you this coming Friday. This is, in fact, the last live stream that we'll be doing before Christmas. I'm personally going to be taking a break next week. So yeah, if you do happen to need me for any reason, just you can tag myself and tag the Sentinels in Discord. I will probably end up picking up at some point because like I like to keep checks on you guys and on my Galactican people. So yeah, if you need me, just shout, but I will be ostensibly off next week, which is going to be, oh my God, Christmas break, yes. Yeah, and I will still be seeing you though on Friday. So this Friday, we have our like sign-off AMA. Hopefully I'll have Alex and Toma with me as well, maybe even Mike, depending on if he can make it. But we'll do like a Christmas sign-off for you guys, so you know what's up, what's coming, and basically what's going on over the Christmas period. Thank you very much, everyone. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Johnny, the quest, the links and all that are up in the chat somewhere. You'll be able to find the chat, the quest link, and you'll be able to find the code itself. Please, anyone who can help him, help him. I will see you very soon. Thank you very much. I love you very much, everyone. See you soon, Galacticans.